Hi, and welcome back. So, here, John and I had a slightly long lunch. I am just going to give him a little bit of a hand this afternoon. We had a very long chat. It was good, actually. It was nice to catch up, find out what he'd been up to on his trip, and also catching up on everything that's been going on here, which we talked some about, but not in entirety. Okay, so I need to fertilize this field. It's slightly tall. Okay, well, we've got the narrows on, so we should be all right. Let's just get the drone up, because actually this should be quite amusing. Right. Yes, I think John's he's got a couple of things to do, and I think he's gonna get the combine out. But yeah, so he's asked me just to come and do this. I said I'd give my hand this afternoon. I am going to actually go to my uncle's, well, to my farm, my house. As I sort of mentioned that I might do, I'll just come in here slightly, that's okay. So I'm going to go for a couple of days. I don't know, a day or two. I don't know, to be honest, how long. It might just be a day and a bit. I'll be back the day after next. But I'm going to go in the morning. And just go through some stuff, go see the store about getting, about selling some of the equipment and doing all that kind of stuff. So, looking into, see how the chickens are, making sure they're all right, make arrangements somehow for getting them over here at some point. I'm not going to do that immediately, but of course, once I move into the farm, or once the purchase is complete, should I say, obviously I'll be kind of busy, but at least if I make the arrangements, I know that the farmer there that's been using the field, he'll be fine just to sort out the logistics on the day. I just need to try and make sure as far as possible that everything is ready and organised. And so yeah, so I'm just going to go and do that, get some admin done. So I won't be putting out a video for a few days while I do that, because it's just going to be admin, really. It's going to be a bit dull, I'll need some time to, for the first time I've been back since I came out here, so I'll just need a bit of time. But it'll be good, because I'm excited about the prospects of what's going on. I've had a call from my lawyers today. They say actually things are progressing really quickly. I think, well, it's relatively simple, right? They're just doing all of the checks, but I know that the sellers are keen to sell and get it done. So I think, it won't be long. I don't think it'll be very long at all, to be honest. I also need to make some calls to the bank, make sure that all the money's set to transfer and all this kind of stuff, right? So there'll be quite a lot to do over the next day or so. I'll say it might be a couple of days before I come back. We shall see. But by the time we come back, fingers crossed it won't be too long before we move in. So take over. This is not, it's vacant possession. I've nothing to sell. There's no chain. There's no waiting for monies to arrive, and it's just getting the checks done. And frankly, I think from what I've been told around here, I think they're pretty quick. So I'm expecting this to go through fairly fast, which is why I thought I'd best get home and make all the arrangements I need to make. See what money I can get for the vehicles and the equipment that I don't want. Make arrangements to have the rest shipped. I'm going to call my local store actually and see if I can get hold of a back for the Land Rover, because it will be easy. I don't particularly want to take the caravan all the way, and if I can cover over the bed, then obviously I can put a load of stuff in it, and that should do me for what I need. It shouldn't be an issue, really. I'm not going to gut my uncle's house or anything. This is just to make sure there's no point in you bringing a load of stuff, right, until the house is sorted, and I think that will take some time. So I'll be in the caravan for a while, so I don't want a load of stuff just sitting around. But I may as well start moving some of my things. And I also need to decide, because of course if I'm clearing out my uncle's house, I don't know, maybe I'll see about renting out the house or something. Yeah, don't know, lots to do, and still lots to think about. Yeah, so we've got this field and those two fields to do. Those two fields that there, of course, we never got around to sowing, so perhaps John will do that while I'm away. Actually, probably need to sell some crops. I haven't had time because it's been so wet and I've been actually quite busy. I've not had time to sell any crops. Not that I was particularly made aware of any particularly amazingly good prices for anything, but so John may also want to look into doing that. Yeah, and then we'll get on with the harvest. So I'll spend a little bit of time helping him out with some of the harvest this afternoon as well. This might be a bit of a short video. It's quite a late afternoon start anyway. Obviously I just need to focus on getting what I can get done to help out, given I'm going to be away for a few days. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, that's about it really. I just, we'll just get on with some jobs and I'll get this field done as well. And yeah, we've got 2 fields to harvest, so it'll be enough to keep us busy this afternoon. So I guess I'll get this field done, because it won't take long. I'll only be a few minutes, and then we'll see whether John's going to start the harvest. And I'll be either on harvesting and or trailer duty, or a combination of the two. Fertilizing done. Just waiting to... I just thought I'd do an unload. I don't think he's actually desperate for an unload, to be honest. May as well. I've been up taking the Fent back. It was nice to be in the Fent, actually. Not in the rain for a change, probably, there we go, hang on, no, not quite. Oh, come on. That'll do, that'll keep him going for a minute. I might see if he wants me to take over, actually. Quite fancy having a little play on his combine. We did, of course, talk about, he's reiterated his offer to let me borrow equipment or even borrow him if I need some help, which is pretty decent of him, considering he's still got his own farm to run. And equally, word's getting around the people that I've met here. People have started talking about, offering their help or actually getting paid. I mean, obviously, if a worker's doing a job of work, a worker gets paid. But yeah, it'd be quite fun to do some of this. Let me go see if John wants me to take over when he gets up to the end of the row. I mean, equally, of course, I also said to John that if I've got time, and I am going to be really busy, but I'll still be happy to come and help out. It would kind of be sad to think that this might be, and I was just reflecting actually, will I be harvesting on this farm again? But there'll always be the opportunity. There'll always be a time you might need a bit of help or need some cover if he's away, or if his usual help can't assist him, or whatever else. There might be a time when I've got a bit of availability and he needs a bit of help. I'm actually going to do this slightly differently. Sorry, John. I'm going to cut across here. I don't want to risk getting too close to that corn. Which is looking really good. I don't know if John's not the man, so I won't be here, but I don't know if John's got a header. It's likely to be ready before I get back. So yeah, I don't know if he's got a header or what he does. Same for the sunflowers, I suppose, but I don't know if he's planning on buying one, or if perhaps he just leases one. I'm not sure. See what it's kind of up to him really. It's not a huge crop. It's not a huge field. Oats don't yield particularly highly anyway. For a grain crop, they don't yield anywhere near as high as like a wheat or barley, but they are valued a bit higher. So worth doing. And I'm not sure what he'll do with the straw. I don't know. I can't remember how we're off for straw bales. What am I talking about? How he is off for straw bales, because of course we've done some straw bales before. I think animals need sorting, and of course he will need to make some. I'm not going to be here. He'll need to make some more TMR. Oh, I thought that was it's fine. Yes, I thought that was the end of the line, but it's not. That's just where I went through it with the sprayer. Yeah, so he'll need to make some TMR, so he will use up some of the straw bales that he's got, so he might decide to make some more, I don't know. I mean, at least it's dry and sunny. It's nice, actually. God, it seems like it's done nothing, but it's only been a couple of 3 days or so, but we've had so much rain recently. It's just lovely to be back in the sunshine. And, yeah, what a lovely place to be when it's sunny. I get really excited to get on my own farm. Yeah, this is good. There'll be a lot of work though. I keep thinking about how much work I've got to do to clean out the yard, sort out the house. There's those trees to take down in one of the fields, but I mean, at least initially, I think, if I remember rightly, 2 of the fields looked like they were okay, and remarkably enough, now that I found I have a tractor and a cultivator, well, they can get started straight off. And the seeder. So I say John's, offered whatever I might need. So the sprayer, the fertilizer spreader, etc. I'll just have to see how much money I've got and where I want to spend it. I suppose is always the tricky bit, right? Is figuring out where it's best to spend the money. But I mean, it'd be great to use some of John's equipment. Actually, can I get this in one go? I can. But I've got to bear in mind that it will be a lot of work, because the fields are a bit bigger than that. I mean, John's got lots of fields, but they're all relatively small. So, but whilst I've only got 3 fields, they're considerably bigger. So yeah, I just need to bear that in mind. But the work gets done. Really, it's all that matters. Right, so that's that field nearly finished, just that last little bit at the top. We can get it unloaded into the trailer. Guess John will take that back up to, I only missed a little bit, look. Guess John will take that back up and put it in the silo. And we'll head on over to the field with a view of our soon-to-be farm. As you can tell, I'm a little bit excited about it. I keep talking about it, but I'm a little bit excited about it. I keep saying I'm really excited about it. Obviously. Right. Guess it seems rather fitting that I'm doing this field last. Not only was it the first field that I harvested while I've been working with John, but also it was the first field that I sowed. So to be harvesting it, and I'm looking across at Spectacle Farm over there. Won't be that long, hopefully, before I'm looking at from my field and going, oh look, there's John's field. Yeah, it just seems somehow fitting that, not, as I said, it's not like I'm done here in terms of I'll never work here again for work. I'll never help out here again, put it that way. But yeah, it just seems fitting that sort of before I sort of take my visit home to go and sort some stuff out, and then, well, fingers crossed, by the time I come back, we'll be moving into the farm, or at least I'll be in a position where I can start working on some of it, or something. I'm moving in is a bit of a loose thing, given that basically, to start with, probably for a little while, I should be basically living out the caravan, sitting in the yard, but you know what I mean. Yeah, just it's interesting. sort of poignant, if you like. Life's changed a lot since I came here for a brief holiday. But, you know, one door isn't shutting. I still own my uncle's farm, and I will do. Just a new one's opening to sort of take us on a slightly different route. And we'll just see what goes with it. But yeah, as I said, as you might get the impression, I'll be looking forward to it. Thoroughly looking forward to the challenge and the prospects, and spending a bit more time with these people, which is part of it, really. Oh, struggle up the hill, come on. Can we keep going at 4? The combine does need a bit of work, but John said we might as well leave it until we've done this harvest. It's not that much, and it sure as heck needs a wash. But yeah, so as I said, I'll be absent for a few days while I go back and try and sort out some stuff, and I'll catch up with you when I come back. I don't know if the farm will be ready by then or not. I'm not sure. I'm going to leave the caravan where it is. I spoke to the guy that's, let me stay there, and he said that's fine. I mean, I'd paid up anyway for a while, so he's quite happy to just let me leave the caravan there for a few days without being in it. I say a few days. It might only be a day, 1 night, 2 nights. It'd probably be 2 nights, but it might only be a day. I might be coming back the following morning, sort of thing, yeah, it's all a bit bewildering, really, slightly overwhelming. Could get the drone up, couldn't we? Oh, it's all right. I thought it wasn't going to reverse for a minute. I was going to say. How about I go on the cross and sort of separate it up rather than trying to go up and down that diagonal, because I'm going to have to do it at some point. Getting quite a yield off here, actually. I'm already 30% full, so we're definitely getting more soybeans than we've got oats. It's not helped, of course, by the fact that the oats didn't get a second fertilisation, which won't have helped. But we did manage to keep both weed free, and I suppose, yeah, the soybeans are slightly less affected in terms of overall area. It's a bigger field, right? But soybeans are slightly less affected in terms of overall area by the tracks I left with the sprayer. The less said about that, the better. So I'll put the drone up, get a bit of view, take in the lovely evening. Oh, by the way, I did mention to John about the fact I thought I might have seen what looked like a gold bar in the carriage, and he was like, workshop carriage, you know what I mean? And he was like, well, it's possible. Apparently they did have, well, there is a gold mine, which I think we've seen already. I might have shown that on one of my videos, I can't remember, when I first arrived. But he said, so there are, people have invested in the gold mine, I suppose. He said they were a funny bunch there, so it's possible. I'll have to declare it to the estate agents, I should think. John doesn't seem to think I should need to. I mean, it does say everything there included, so it seems a bit odd. It did also say actually something about that they had some gold bars been missing or something, and there were rewards for anyone who returns them, which I thought was weird. But anyway, so yeah, it's a very curious place here. It really is. So he did say keep your eyes peeled. I think he's mentioned he'd found one or two over the years, but I think there are still some outstanding. I think I've hit gold enough here without having to worry too much about going looking for it as well. But of course, if one happens across it, then it's only right to return it to the mine. I did actually ask, by the way, talking about stuff at the farm, I did ask about those vehicles that I found. Earlier, I popped into the office while I was down at the docks at the harbour, and they said, no, if it's there, it's yours, it's part of it, it's included, no questions. So that is pretty cool. That tractor, cultivator and seeder will be mine once the sale goes through, which is really handy. I mean, they did say they couldn't vouch for the condition that they're in, and as I said, I mean, the seeder and the cultivator, they look usable, but they clearly look well used. The tractor looks actually in remarkably good condition. It looks like it was cleaned before it was put in the shed. But of course, what it's like mechanically, we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully it won't cost too much to get it all fixed up. We shall see. Well, nearly full. That's not bad, is it? Should just be able to get this last little row up, I think. Actually, maybe we won't. Will we finish it? I'm not sure if John's about or not, if I need to go get the tractor. Yeah, I think we'll just squeeze it in. Maybe. It would be rather annoying if we ran out just now. Ooh, 98. Ooh, yeah, we'll put it in easy. There we go. But we might even just get that little bit that I missed. Let's just switch that off a second. It's not particularly quick, this harvester, when it's in work. Although it does need a bit of TLC, so maybe after a bit of tweaking and touching up, it might get it a bit faster. I can't remember what the actual operating speed is. It's been so wet, it's been a while since we've done any harvesting. Right, let's sort out about unloading. Actually, you know what, I'm here, I might just as well do it. Just do that. So yeah, it's a pretty good yield actually of soybeans off this field. It's not the same amount left, it's maybe half of that again, perhaps. Will not make the video too long. I'll do a bit more, and I'll see you later on. Last little bit. Final harvest, maybe, at the old farm. Not sure, don't know. Guess we'll see. Yes, I didn't get quite as much out of this bit of the field as I thought we might do, but still not bad. Nearly 40% full, nearly another 2,000 litres. I'm not even going to bother turning around for that, just put it in reverse. And there we go. Right, I might go clean the combine for John. Desperately needs doing. Give it a wash, put it to bed, and that'll be me done. I'll go get some dinner. It doesn't seem that long since we finished lunch. We were quite late leaving lunch. We weren't. It's not like we were eating all of that time. But yeah, we took a long lunch. But something more. But yes, I'll get an early start in the morning. Get the earliest ferry that I can, and get on the road. So yeah, it's sort of the end of a I wouldn't say a chapter, a couple of paragraphs, I suppose, in terms of the story of the channel, I guess, if you want to call it that way, my story, my farming life. And I don't know how long it'll take for the purchase to finish clear. I don't really know. I'm saying I think it'll only be a couple of days. It may have gone through by the time I come back, it may not, I don't know. We shall see. But I'll get this cleaned up, and I'll go and get me some dinner. But thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for spending some time with me on my holiday. It was a bit of a working holiday in the end, but I've still enjoyed it. I've still had time to relax and reflect, and obviously life's going somewhere I didn't quite expect. But it'll be very exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, so thank you very much for sharing some time with me. And I'll be back in a few days. I don't know how many days, once I've got some things sorted out, and we'll see where things are. And who knows, maybe we'll be moving into the farm and getting started with our own farm. We'll just see what things are. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, likes and subscriptions are very much appreciated. And do take care of yourselves out there. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.